It's me, TSB Jack Ghost, or you also know me by the name L Haidari2277 by the name of my Instagram. I have two things to say to you today. One, what is a social outcast the outcast feeling? Two, how to cope with it, how to help yourself get through the dark time. And fun fact that I can tell you guys is I'm one of you. I once depressed, lonely, socially outcast, dark boy who always think about darkness, who always try to find enemy in everything, but that is once before. Now I move on with my life, find a new gratification, not just about fun, but more to it. Today I'm going to tell you how to be a good guy at controlling emotional. Well, every time, wait, there you go. Every time a boy tries to turn into a man, an adult, factly, like he just turned 12, 13, or 14, that is the 3 years of your dark age, the dark time, where it will be caught with so many emotional, so many hormonal imbalances that you will start to think that you are your own enemy. There's a famous quote from, if I'm correct, Nelson Mandela say that you want to keep your friend close, but keep your enemy closer. So I'm gonna tell you how to be the enemy of yourself, to find out who is the enemy. Is it you or some external influence that may give you the thought of you are your own enemy? There's two different between are you the enemy or you've been influenced by externally that to think that you are the enemy. Okay, for example, people will say that it's just your time, to be outcast, it's your time to dark time. Now don't worry about it, you're gonna pass it. Yeah, that's true, but they're not supposed to say just ignore it. They're supposed to say you should not ignore it. You should take care of it. You should control it. Not ignore it. Many myths say that suicide or depression is not suicide. Depression will not harm you. That's not true. Fun fact, that is not true. That is really not true. Suicide in the future, probably 2022, will be the leading cause of death. One of the leading cause of death. But when you got depression, you will have a preemptive suicide. A preemptive suicide is not like you instantly think, I want to kill myself, like take the rope, cut, or take the knife and cut here. No, it's where you start develop a hatred feeling toward yourself. You hate yourself. You really hate yourself. You hate your face. You hate your body. You hate everything but yourself, even your personality. That is, quote unquote, saying when your soul dies. It's not today. I'm not going to talk about religion. I'm not going to talk about logic. In fact, emotional is not always about logic. If you always think about logic, how can we discover ourselves in the moral compass or the moral way? Moral is not about logic. Moral is 70% your unlogical and 70% unlogical and 30% logic. You see the big difference, the big gap over there? The 70% of unlogical is where you think about others, sympathy, empathy, or self-gratification, loving, kindness. That is the unlogic factor, if you need to know. The logic factor is how I can love myself, how can I help other, how can I find empathy. That is the logic. It's only 3 out of 7. So that is what I'm going to tell you today. To know if you have external influence of hating yourself, first I'm going to tell you, first of all, you're going to think that people hating you, but they're not. But there's a difference. If they really hate you and they do not hate you, you just thought they hate you. If they really hate you, is the bully, the big bad guy, the big bad wolf. That is an external influence that come in many form to degrade you, make you feel lonely. That small one tiny piece thought is gonna turn into big massive thought that gonna influence you. They're gonna give you like, I don't deserve to live in the world. I'm the worst of the worst. Why am I born? That is what I'm gonna talk about. That is what an external influence look like. A self-influence is you are in a loving family. You're in a great household. You have a mother, you have a father, you have a sibling. Or if you don't have a sibling, you're still gonna feel this. Or if you have too many siblings, you're still gonna feel this. This is where you think that I'm the worst. Everybody's better than me. Why do I deserve to live? Why do I do this? Oh, I disappoint everybody. That is your thinking yourself as your own enemy. Let me say something. You're not your own enemy. No, you're not. You are your own friend. You are your own independent. You are your own motivator, and you are your own counselor. If anybody say you crazy for talking to the mirror, for talking to yourself, let them call you crazy as long they doesn't disturb you physically or emotionally. Well, if they disturb you emotionally, ask them. When I am in the hard time, where were you? Did you come to help me? Did you ever come to thought that I'm in need of a certain help? No, you didn't. And yet when I'm trying to fix myself, where are you? You didn't come. You tried to degrade me. You tried to prove that I am my own enemy. So that's the point. Find your true enemy and find your true friend. But in some cases, this is a rare cases, 1, 2, or 3, even 5 friends will come and back you up, bring you from the bottomless pit of emotional anxiety or depression and raise you up back to the happy, shiny, shining sunshine that you are. You need to find friend in them. But there's a warning. Do not trust everybody with 100% trust. You can trust them 70 to 80, 10 to 80, but not to 100. Because why? Even a friend can be influenced to be an enemy. This is a piece of history lesson. Back in 1940, America and Russia was a great friend to fighting the German. They have one goal to fight the German, the Third Reich. But after 1945, 1963 take place the Vietnam War. Then this close friend become enemy of each other. They will do anything to kill one or another. See, that is an example where a friendship that this strong, this bond that is unbreakable suddenly turn into this and just side we break apart. That is what a true friend. That is what a metaphor for do not trust person 100%. No, if you are a gamer, you play video game like me, I play PlayStation, you're gonna find that many video games teach us to cope with our feeling and to never trust stranger. See, PlayStation is not sponsoring me, but for example, if you play a game like this, you are focused, you can find that you find a gratification in video game. You can find out that if you see somebody in the video game, a virtual person, an enemy, you're gonna the first thing you try to do is try to shoot them, kill them, or eliminate them. Because why? Because imagine that an enemy, that virtual character, is the feeling of hatred, emotional, your enemy. Then when you kill them, they're just gone, dead, never to come near again. And find the person, the character, your companion in the game world, your ally in the game world is your true friend. Because why? The person in the game world will never ever betray you. The virtual character will never ever betray you. they are programmed to trust you. So if you're feeling about talking to somebody, you don't want to talk human, you can talk with your person, their character in the PlayStation. You can talk not real person. I suggest talk with a virtual person. When you talk to them, you let out a piece of anxiety. You will feel like, "Oh, I'm better now." Yes, that is how you cope or fight the depression, anxiety. I always believe myself as the devil, the Satan, the bad, the black sheep. Until today, I still believe that. But when I learn this new technique, the burden is lesser and lesser for me. I feel a little bit better. I feel motivated to live every day. When I was 12, no, not even 12, when I was primary 2, which is 9 years old, I was already thinking about killing myself. But the reason I did not do that, because why? Because I'm dyslexic and I cannot write. Every time people kill themselves, they will write a note, and that is an excuse for me to not to die. Because why? You cannot write a note, so how can you kill yourself? Okay, fast forward next year, I start to read, but I cannot read very much. You see, before you need to die, you need to accomplish something. When I was 12 years old, I said to myself, if you want to die, accomplish something big so the world can know your name. So when you die, everybody gonna feel the burden that you carry, the sadness that you carry, so that nobody gonna think you are a worthless piece of dust in the big universe. You are something big. You are a bright star that is shining. You're shining not for yourself, not just for the world, for everybody around you, especially yourself, so that you can turn the worst situation to the best situation. And if you really want to kill yourself, really want to kill yourself, I suggest joining the military, or the police department, or the firefighter. See why? Why I suggest you do that? Because why? First, you die in honor. You die with your honor and your dignity with you. If you be a soldier, a marine, air force, a navy, or even the airborne unit, you're going inside an Afghanistan, Iran, then you go to war zone, Somalia, go to every conflict base. You fight for the freedom. You fight for the people behind you. You carry their weight. So when you die, all of those people, the weight, the burden of their burden you carry will remember you. Your ceremonial, the day you get buried, many people gonna come and say, salute you. Because why? They think that he's a hero. He take our burden and turn to his or her burden. If you be a firefighter, you will save life. Thousands of lives will save by you. Thousands of them will sad when you die in the fire. Let's say one day there's a big fire, and there's a one guy trapped inside, and you say, and nobody can go. Your officer say, do not go inside. It's too dangerous to safety. But what you do? You rush. You didn't care the officer commanding order. You rush. You try to save that guy, or girl, or even a cat. You save and you throw him aside, but you didn't get time to go out. You die. At least you die with your honor. You die doing something great, and the person that you save will always remember and told their children like this. Son, I was involved in the fire, but this one great guy who saved me, and may God bless his soul in the afterlife. So thousands of people is already praying for you when he say, may God bless your soul in the afterlife. See, I don't care if you are a Muslim or a Christian or Buddhist or Hindus or Singh. This is not about religion. This is about helping other and helping you to overcome that. I want to give you all the knowledge so you can help yourself and help each other. And thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you like and share and subscribe for the more content.